Hey, what's up guys, my name is Vision and today we're going to talk about Reese basses. Reese basses are basically a mid-range bass that can be crafted by saw waves or sine waves. It depends on you. I mostly use saw waves, but you can go for sine waves neither. The process are different, but the algorithms and the sound are some kind of the same. So I'm going to tell you how you can define if it's a Reese bass or not. If you hear some sort of this sound, there's a sound phase happening, some movement happening in your mid-range bass, as you can see. And when we go like 2 octave upper, you can hear that movement rate is much more faster. So how we can achieve this? There are tons of ways to achieve this kind of sound. First one is by detuning. So you can just add a saw wave and add the second one as the detune it like this. This is my magic numbers, 62. You can hear that phase is happening, and when we go upper, the phase and the rate is much more faster. So this is just basic of the sound. But is there any other way that we can achieve this? Yes, we can go for detune by unison. Just put it on 2. That's it. That's the same. But remember, Nero basses or Reese basses in Nero sounds are much more are in mono, and they sounds very solid. They basically conflict with this different sub bass, and the source of sub bass is different. So we cut off the low end and add another sub bass and just change the whole thing about the sub bass, and the rest is kind of post processing. This is about massive, but I'm gonna use Serum because of some better features about Serum. Why, I'm going to tell you in a second. So first thing, you can't use unison as detuning in Serum, because automatically Serum starts to spread the signal and make it wider. So we should get along with it. And all we have to do is, if you want to go for detune pattern, all we need to do is add second oscillator and just like massive do the same style of the changing the detune a little bit, just like this. Yes, by the way, I'm not sure why I was playing around with that. As you can see, it's the same, but if I go with unison, you can see we have a spread signal, 2 spread signals, and it's wide, and we don't want that. So keep that in your mind. Okay, it's really important from the beginning. It's not something that you can fix in mix. And okay, I'm gonna fix this in mastering. What? Like what? It's from the source. Now, another way to achieve that rate sound is just add a second oscillator, put down the volume, and put FM from B, and then add the LFO to B. Remember, all we need to looking for is just that rate in lower note and upper note. Keep that in your mind. So it's kind of give you that movement of phase, but when I go upper note, it sounds the same. It's not really happening. Nothing happens upper note. So what I'm gonna do, instead of going with my MIDI keyboard in upper note, I'm gonna use pitch bend. And I'm going in matrix and tap and start modulating my pitch bend as a source. I choose destination as LFO1 rate. So every time I change the pitch bend up, the LFO rate will go up of the LFO1. Sorry for my bad English. So it's really okay. This is about the sounds in near basses. It's, as you can see, we achieved these sounds. Why I'm using Serum, I'm going to tell you in next episode, because we are going to talk about how develop your sounds, how make these sounds and change it to something else. For example, I choose Serum as this sounds, and I developed this to create this track. Next, I'm going to talk about hip-hop Reese basses. Let's just listen to this and see if you can get what I mean.
And now it's time we both accepted it.
It is the same sound with a lot of changes and post-processing. I'm going to talk about how we can change, make it. It's just one. If you want to know, it's just one kind of sound. It wants all in one instrument. Or let's just listen to this. It is the same thing. That's it for near basses kind of sound. Let's go for a hip-hop style sound. It's pretty simple. All you need is just a Serum oscillator, put it on 60, detune it, and filter it. It's not really important about the being wide. Actually, wider in mid-range, it's make it sounds much better. Just like that. That's the hip-hop style of the Reese bass. I'm not sure if they call this Reese bass, but it's sounded like the same. But since we don't want to make sound a real different kind of variation of the sound, all we need to do is just filter the high frequency, because we don't need them and we don't play around with that. But if you want to go for Nero, it's totally different. And in the next episode, I'm going to tell you how I achieve the Reese basses and how I develop my sound to next level. And okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.